all you cool cats and kittens, James here. I just said that, I really did. Okay, James here with a project today that, I'll just be honest, I have no idea how I'm going to complete it. I'm going at this with no plan whatsoever. What I'm going to be doing is something about my bed. Now, we have twin beds in the Echo, and they come with this pretty decent mattress on it from Winnebago. And they also come with what I like to call the Froley sheet snagger system, which are these springs underneath the bed. Now, in concept, I actually really like the Froley sleep system, is what it's really called, because it elevates the bed. You get some airflow underneath it, and it provides a little bit of support. That's great, but they also snag this. It helps a little if you put like a fitted sheet over it and try to cover them, which we've done, but still, it's just a pain to try to make the bed because they snag literally everything that gets down there. The other thing is I sleep on my stomach, which means that I like a bed that most people would consider painfully firm. And the Froley sheet snagger system is not actually providing that. I want something that's going to provide a little bit more support. So we're going to be putting in bed slats. But beyond buying the slats and buying a few supplies and more or less confirming the measurements should work, I don't know how I'm going to do it. So you'll find out when I do. So let me take you in the shop and I'll show you what I got there. This is pretty much all I bought for this project. So we have bed slats. Now I got these from IKEA. They are the Leroy bed slats. But here's a tip if you have an Echo and you want to do this. The bed is only like 32 inches wide, something like that. And if you get the twin slats, those are like 38 inches wide, then you got to cut a bunch of slats. But if you get the queen, you get two independent sets of slats that are right about the correct width. So it's like a twofer if you buy the queen size Leroy, because the price is the same. It's weird. Anyway, I bought these slats. I may or may not leave them on this strap. I don't know, kind of depends. We'll see when we get in there. And then I also bought some cedar, just cedar lumber. Now, I don't know if I'll use this. There probably is a way to do something more elegant with metal, but I'm much faster at working with wood than I am with metal, so we got cedar. So that's all I got, and I guess we'll figure it out from there. I already know of one challenge. That's the bed raises, but not all of it raises. Like 90% of it raises and 10% stays on the ground, kind of like that. So that's one challenge we'll have to figure out, but it all starts with taking out the sheet snaggers, so onward. Okay, so the Froleys are out, and in a stroke of incredible luck, great, I did it upside down, but the slats are approximately the right length, so I don't have to like cut hundreds of tedious slat cuts to make them like, 3/8 of an inch shorter or anything like that. This should go up here. All right, it's time for me to stare at things and think for a few minutes. This is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to make some wood runners. So imagine you're like, so we're laying on the bed like this, like you're looking from the foot towards the head of the bed. And so on each side, I'm going to make some little wood runners, more or less like that. 5/16 on each side. That should put a reasonably snug, but not too snug fit on the rails while they're on the bed, and 1.5 inches wide to cover over some things on the sides of the bed. It all starts with making this wood runner thing, and I need 2 lengths of it about 76 inches long. So let's get to it. so I got that part sort of done. Done. I'm going to try to do the same thing here, but what I think I'm going to do is just sort of, I'm only going to anchor in like, you know, these. I'm just going to let them flop when I pick the bed up. And they're just going to flop, and then they'll just land back on this track when I come back. That's the idea anyway. Seems to be more or less what I was expecting, and then they all land back in the track. They've got a little wiggle room. They can squirm around as one moves on the bed, but hinge works. Now, if you're an Echo owner trying to follow along and you've got the regular box blinds here, you're gonna have to mount this in, you know, an inch or an inch and a quarter, however thick those blinds are, so that the ends of these clear the blinds, because these would obviously rub, right? There we go. Ta-da. Steph said I had to say something, so there we go. So then we get that. Nothing left to do but clean up and put the mattress back. All right, mattress is back on, and oh. So I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm actually bottoming out those slats. And you can tell me I need to lose weight. That's fine. But yeah, I don't know that I like that. I think what needs to happen next is I think I need to get a new mattress, because this mattress, it's lots of different kinds of cool foam, but it is just foam, and so I am compressing the mattress enough to where my weight is, you know, it's not spreading out my weight. It's just, you know, being concentrated in these places where, okay, I'm going to say probably better off with the Froley. I am not so much in love with my slat job. So then this happened. I was pretty disappointed in how the bed slats felt with the default Winnebago mattress in here. I was sinking right through, so I thought, well, maybe I could look at a different mattress. And I have no affiliation with, we're not affiliates or anything like that with Mattress Insider, but I'm giving them big thumbs up. Besides having a mattress in the right size, they called me about customizing it and all sorts of, and it arrived pretty quickly, actually, like less than a week. So thumbs up on that. This is an actual pocketed coil inner spring mattress, so it is super firm in their own way. They described it as like a 8 out of 10, and I'm going to say that's pretty accurate. So if you're looking for a firm mattress, I'll put a link, but again, we have no relation, but digging the mattress so far. Need to sleep on it. But there's something, when I put the mattress in, and this is, I think, just 30 by 76, if you're curious. When I put the mattress in, there's this doohickey here in the corner, and the default mattress had like a little cutout there, and so it would sit over a little better, and this one doesn't quite, and it hangs over more than I really want to see it hanging over there. So I've already removed this once before, but I don't remember what's back there because that was like a year ago and I did it fast. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and I'm going to see if I can't cut it short and make myself able to scoot the mattress all the way back in the corner while still covering up any holes or cables that we got. All right, this all starts with removing these little caps, but the best thing I can say about these little caps is you should regard them as sentient creatures that want to escape. And so before I try to remove any of them, because I don't particularly enjoy hunting around in here on my hands and knees for 45 minutes, I'm going to do this so that I can see them when they come out. And it still escaped.
I heard it go behind you.
I did too. They still wanted to escape. You see what I mean? Here we go. All right, what can I do? Sort of have a plan here. I found this piece of material left over from, quite honestly, I don't know what. But look, it matches. So there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece of material like here to cover up to a certain height, and a piece of material here to cover up the bottom. And I've got some of the tape that'll cover up any of those holes that are still showing. But the next thing I need to do is to figure out how big of pieces do I need, and for that I need to put the bed back over so I can see how high I need to leave it. Just like that. Okay, Steph is standing way far away because I'm trying something here. This is a new way to try to cut this stuff. I could cut it with a hacksaw, but marking it out with all these curves is kind of difficult. So I'm just gonna try, because this part is all waste anyway, so I can experiment with this, and if it works, great. So I'm going to try to cut a piece of this waste, and now it'll either cut cleanly and I'll say cool, or it'll explode into shards of plastic. One of those two things is about to happen. I can cut it this way. So this was supposed to be like super simple about me just taking out the Froley springs and replacing them with bed slats. And I guess that was kind of simple, but it felt awful. So it led to me buying a new mattress. New mattress, of course, is taller and doesn't have a cutout here like the old one did. So then I had to modify this thing and cover up the holes that were in there. And so, yeah, that's kind of how it always goes whenever you start tearing into stuff in an RV. At least for me, that's how it always goes. But anyway, it's done now, and I think we're good. We're ready to hit the road and try out my cool new mattress, which is, by the way, like 2 or 3 inches higher than Steph's now. So anyway, that's going to do it. This is James at RV. See you later. Bye.